Bonjour, welcome to Money inspirAction. My name is Sandy Levesque. I'm doing something new with money every day. And today what I'm doing is an exercise from the Tim Ferriss book, The 4-Hour Workweek. This is Money inspirAction's Bible. You've probably seen me talk about it before if you've watched other videos, and check it out. My dog loves this book so much he actually decided to eat it. Anyway, the exercise is called Dreamlining. It's a way of getting really clear about what you'd actually like to have and be in your life, and making actionable steps that will help you get there, and working out how much it costs, the things you can do right now to start bringing them into your reality. Because a lot of people, I don't know if you can relate to this, have these distant dreams they want to do and things they'd like to do one day, right? And it always stays one day. They never actually create it. But, you know, what happens if you were going to die in a year's time? Would you not want to make more of those things happen? I actually had really serious health issues when I was just 27, not that long ago, and it really made me realize that, you know, our lives are precious, and there's no point just being here to get by. You might as well really enjoy what you do and have fun, because if you died tomorrow and you hadn't done the things that you really wanted to do, then, you know, you'd probably regret that. So this book is just so inspiring because this guy went out and put loads of this stuff into action, in fact all of it, and it just gives you so many ideas. But there's one thing I'd noticed is that the exercise we're doing today, I've been putting off for ages. I haven't done it at all, and I've read it a few times, so I thought, I know, I'll break it down into manageable steps and I'll make blogs about them to help other people in case you're putting it off, or you're about to read this and you're intrigued by that whole concept of dreamlining, but it seems like a big thing. So I'm going to break it down and show you that it's actually not as hard as it seems. So dreamlining, Tim says, will be fun, and he says it will also be hard, and he says the harder it is, the more you need it. Okay, so keep watching this video because this is going to help. So there's actually a worksheet you can download. I'll put that in the description underneath this video. So use that to help you with this. And the thing you do is you create 2 timelines, one for 6 months and one for 12 months. And you list up to 5 things you dream of having, and 5 things you dream of being, and 5 things you dream of doing, in that order, okay? So he says, really don't be afraid to think out of the box. And he says this is an exercise in reversing repression. I really like that. So if you really want to sail around the world, you love the sea, you love boats, then put that on there. You'll find a way if it's really something that you want to do. Okay, so I'm going to do that now. I won't bore you with watching me do it, so I'll come back to you in a second. Whew, I just finished doing the exercise, well, the first part, and it took me an hour and 15 minutes. I was expecting it to take 15 minutes tops. I really, really recommend you do it if you haven't ever done it, because it really makes you look at how you live and the expectations you have for your life. Because when you're always used to thinking within a certain box, then it's like this exercise makes you look beyond that box. That makes sense? Like I had to write out 5 things I would love to be having in 6 months and 12 months, 5 things I'd like to be in 6 and 12 months, and 5 things I'd like to do. So I'm going to post this on the blog, which you can click on the link underneath this to see. But I found the 6-month one tougher than the 12-month. And what I've got in my having is I'd love to have a beautiful flat to live in with a roof garden or a garden. I'd like to have a business that runs a good part of itself on autopilot. I'd like to be renting a baby grand piano. I'd like to have a personal assistant, and to be having weekly massages. And it took me ages to come up with that. Then, in the being section, I'd like to be fluent in Spanish. I'd like to be a top female leader in the online marketing industry. I'd like to be 100% relaxed around my dog. I adopted a shelter dog a few months ago, and He is really gentle most of the time, but he has a side to him where he becomes a bit psycho. And I'd like to do some training with him to get through that. I'd like to be able to play the Rack 3. This is a piano piece. And I'd like to be completely comfortable in my body. So I teach Zumba classes, and quite often I stretch every day, but I'd love to be really able to take care of my body and do as much personal training or stretching, massages, whatever it is my body requires to make it feel really good. For doing, I'd like to learn how to sail. I'd like to be kayaking often. I already know how to kayak. I'd like to move to South America and actually do Zumba in the home of Zumba. I'd like to go hiking in the Andes. And I'd like to do a Millionaire Mind intensive weekend with T. Herb Eker. So those are the things I'd like to do in 6 months. And then in 12 months, I would like to live in a beautiful place that has its own swimming pool. I'd like to have an investment account, an updated wardrobe, jewellery from Shari Louise Wright, this amazing jewellery designer from Australia. And I'd like to have my own massage therapist. I'd like to be the founder of an organisation for young people that teaches them financial literacy. Basically, I'd love to start an organisation that does Think and Grow Rich for young people. If you don't know what that is, then check the other blogs I've done about that. I'll put them in the description. And I'd like to be a mentor to other top female leaders in the online marketing industry. I'd like to speak Italian, to be an excellent skier, to be great at Pilates and yoga, and I'd like to be able to go on meditation retreats, the kind where you don't speak for days in a row. I'd like to have cleared all my student debt, to be able to fly by private jet with my dog. I'd like to go to Italy to do Italian immersion language courses with really good looking Italian instructor men. And I'd like to go horse riding on and off a frequent basis. Okay, so that's my dreamline. What's your dreamline? Check all the resources I'm putting underneath this video. There's going to be quite a lot, but I really think this is a worthwhile exercise. You know, it's kind of like the heart of this book. So many people live their lives just putting many of the things that would excite them and get them all happy like a kid. They just put it off, and they're probably waiting to be retired, but what if you don't make it to retirement? Or what if by the time you get to retirement, you don't feel like doing those things anymore because you're too tired and uninspired? You know, I really believe we should live as much as we can while we can. So check on the resources below this. You've got the worksheet to do this. I'm going to put my examples up, and whatever else I can think of that will help, I'm going to put it there, okay? So that's it. If you got something out of this video, please like and share it with your friends, and join me in Money inspirAction. Join me in the online marketing, what I'm doing, because it's really going to be a way to unlock the wizard you have inside you with money. I just know that, okay? So click on the link below this video, the first one. The other links for the resources will be there too. Okay, and thank you for watching. Tune in tomorrow where I'm going to go into the second part of this, which is working out the cost of the stuff you've got in your Dreamline worksheet. Okay, bye.